Hello and welcome. In the past hour, the United States says it has shot down a high-altitude object flying over the state of Alaska. The White House said it was much smaller than the recently downed Chinese balloon, but was still the size of a small car and could have posed a threat to commercial planes. Well, let's get more now from our correspondent Nomia Iqbal, who's in Washington. Nomia.
Yes, so this presser was held a short while ago, and at the top of the agenda we were expected to hear about the latest on the Ukraine war, also America's assistance for Turkey following that devastating earthquake, and also President Lula of Brazil is visiting. But it was completely dominated once it was revealed by the White House spokesman John Kirby that around about 1:30 Eastern time here in the US, this high-altitude object was shot down. It was travelling at 40,000 feet, which was lower than the Chinese spy balloon that was floating across America last week. It was smaller in size, but we are being told that, they're not saying that it wasn't a spy balloon, but they're not saying either way at the moment. We got more details. Have a listen to the White House spokesman, John Kirby.
We're calling this an object because that's the best description we have right now. We do not know who owns it, whether it's state-owned or corporate-owned or privately owned. We just don't know. We don't know. As I said, state-owned. We don't know if it's state-owned, and we don't understand the full purpose. We don't have any information that would confirm a stated purpose for this object. We do expect to be able to recover the debris. Since it fell not only within our territorial space, but on what we believe is frozen water, so a recovery effort will be made, and we're hopeful that it'll be successful, and then we can learn a little bit more about it.
After we were given details by John Kirby, there was another presser that was held by the Pentagon, and Brigadier Patrick Ryder gave a few more details about the incident.
At the direction of the President of the United States, fighter aircraft assigned to U.S. Northern Command successfully took down a high-altitude airborne object off the northern coast of Alaska at 1:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, within U.S. sovereign airspace over U.S. territorial water. On February 9, North American Aerospace Defense Command detected an object on ground radar and further investigated and identified the object using fighter aircraft. The object was flying at an altitude of 40,000 feet and posed a reasonable threat to the safety of civilian flight. U.S. Northern Command is beginning recovery operations now. U.S. Northern Command's Alaska Command coordinated the operation with assistance from the Alaska Air National Guard, Federal Aviation Administration, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation. We have no further details about the object at this time, including any description of its capabilities, purpose, or origin. The object was about the size of a small car, so not similar in size or shape to the high-altitude surveillance balloon that was taken down off the coast of South Carolina on February 4.
Nomia, President Biden was accused of an underreaction by some over the suspected Chinese spy balloon. Do you think people are speculating that this could be an overreaction? Certainly the White House making it clear that this was President Biden's decision to shoot it down.
Yes, Mr. Kirby emphasised that it was Mr. Biden who ordered for it to happen. And he said it was out of an abundance of caution. But of course, we know there's been huge political pressure on Mr. Biden, certainly by the Republicans who've accused him for being weak on China and not acting sooner, because the spy balloon that was shot down last Saturday did travel across much of America for more than a week. But I want to add that John Kirby did say in that briefing, he said the president doesn't regret the way that he handled the first balloon. So as far as Mr. Biden's concerned, the course that the administration took was the correct one. He actually spoke a short while ago. He is meeting with the Brazilian president, President Lula, today at the White House. And when he was asked about this latest object, he said it was a success in terms of it being shot down, which, as we said there, he ordered for that to happen.
Yeah, and Nomia, the timeline is, as I understand it, Thursday night, this object was spotted. They left it till Friday lunchtime to shoot down something that they said was a threat to commercial aircraft. Presumably that had to do with where it would fall. They said it fell on frozen water, ice to you and me, I presume. Is that so that they could collect more information from the debris? And was there more information also on the debris from the suspected Chinese spy balloon?
Well, we're still waiting to hear more about the debris from the Chinese spy balloon. Remember, that operation is still ongoing in the Atlantic Ocean. It might go on for some time because the US Navy is recovering the balloon. They have to probably go all the way down to the seabed to do that. Some stuff has been recovered, but it will take some time for it to be analysed, which the FBI is planning to do. Just in terms of this object, so what we have been told is that it was spotted in the last 24 hours, and then they took the call to shoot it down around about 1:30. Just a few hours ago, my time here, Eastern time. And as you say, it was over frozen water, so they clearly waited until it was in a safe area. It was hovering over the Canadian-Alaskan border. But Mr. Kirby did say that it posed a threat to any civilian aircraft, but didn't say that it posed a threat necessarily to people on the ground.
All right, Nomia, we'll leave it there for now. Thank you so much. And we'll be returning to this story a little bit later on with a US military analyst. But let's turn to Turkey and Syria.